Hello, my name is Glenn Monroe and I'm the owner of Brain Diesel. And in this video, I want to show you how to take a bunch of logos and line them up in a way that might look better when you're dealing with a PowerPoint slide. So what we're going to do is, I've got these different logos I found on the web, and let's pretend these companies are all sponsors of our big event we're doing. Now, if that's the case, it will always help if the logos are similar size, or it's not size, similar shape. So this is a lot harder if one logo is really long, like the Loblaws logo, and then another one's really tall, like maybe a gas station logo, like Chevron. I'm not sure what theirs is top of mind. But some logos are more up and down, some are more across, and then some are more square. To make this simpler for this video, I chose ones that were all about the same size. Now, first thing I want to do is select all the logos to make them actually the same size. So you can click on one, anyone you choose, then hold Shift and click again and again until you have them all selected. Some people will tell you that you can press Control A to select all. That is true, but when you do that, you also select the placeholders for any text you happen to have on the slide. So since I don't want to do that, I'm going to use the Shift Click method to select all 5 logos. Now that they're selected, I need to choose a size. So on my Picture Tools ribbon, and I'm doing this in PowerPoint 2010, but 7 and 13 should be the same. I go to my Format ribbon for Picture Tools, and on the far right-hand side, I'm going to choose a height or width. So I'm going to choose 1.5 inches. Let's see. So now they're all about the same size. Now with this, I could probably put them along the bottom left, and you'll notice as I drag any one, they all move. They'll probably look pretty good going across the bottom. So I'm going to line them all up. Now, there's ways of lining them up. I could take the first one and place it. So I want that one to be my lower left corner. There it is. Then I take my next logo. Now, I could, as I drag it down, in 2010, you'll see this little dotted line show up there to help you as a guide. You can use that. And as I get down, then there's a horizontal line right at the middle. So you can use the guides. But instead of using the guides, I want to make this a lot easier. So I place my first one in the bottom left-hand corner. So it's as far low as I want to go, as far right or as far left as I want to go. Now I want to place another logo on the far right as far as I would want it to go, but it doesn't have to be at the bottom. I'm going to put it here deliberately, just to show that it doesn't need to be lined up. I don't have to play the game. I can just say, this one I want about here, and this one I want to have as far to the right as that. So that's the way of setting those, determining that. Now, once I've set my left and my right, the others just have to be in between, in the order I want them to show. So I want them to be in this order going across. Select any of them. You don't have to start with the first one. And then Shift-click all of them. And with Shift and Click done, now that they're selected, I'm going to use my Picture Tools formatting, and I'm going to align them to the bottom. And now they will all snap to equal, so that all the bottoms line up with the bottom one of all the images that I had there. So now they're perfectly lined up, and they're all the same height. So this is pretty good. Except you'll notice that Lego and Starbucks are overlapping, and they're not distributed well. So now what I do is I go to Align, and then down to Distribute horizontally. And what it does is it looks at the gap here, and the gap in between, and there's no gap there, and the gap here, and it adds up those distances. And then it says, well, I've got 5 images selected, so that means I got 4 gaps. Let's divide that distance evenly between the 4, and boom. Now it's perfectly lined up. They're all the same height. They're evenly lined up along the bottom with perfect gaps going across. Now, once I have that done and I'm working through my project, I don't want to bump it and all of a sudden mess one up and have to go through all these steps again. So as soon as I have them all set up, at that point, I go up to my Arrange group where the alignment was, and I'm going to group them. And when I group them, now you'll see they are one image. I can drag it up and down and move it around, and it is one image exactly. I just have to decide, where exactly I want to drop it, but now that's it. They operate as one. So that's that. Now, what if after the fact I decide, wait a second, I'd rather have it up and down? Well, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Group, and I'm going to ungroup them. I'll leave Staples where it is, here in the bottom right corner. I'm going to throw Coke up here to I want the Coke to be that high, and then I'll just put the other logos in here somewhere. Doesn't matter where. They're in the order that I chose to put them in. I select them all, align right, and that slams them all over to the side, and now I will distribute them vertically. Now, I got a problem. They're overlapping, and my sponsors will not be happy with that. Let's adjust my size. So I'll go down to 1.2 inches. I'm going to take my staples and move it down to the bottom right where I want it. And now I'm going to select them all again. So instead of shift clicking this time, I'll bring my cursor to the upper left corner so I'm above and to the left of my top one. And now you'll see the shading coming in. As long as this shaded rectangle that I'm dragging here completely envelops every logo, they'll all be selected. If I let go at this point, so staples isn't quite covered, it's not selected. It just has the first four. So I have to completely capture all of them. And this is why it's not capturing the click to add title box, because that's not completely enveloped in this. With them all selected now, staples is in my bottom right-hand corner where I want it. We will go to Format, Align, to the right, and it will now distribute vertically. And now they're all lined up. I can go to Group. I can choose to group or regroup. It doesn't matter. I'll just group it again. And that's that. So that's how to line things up, resize them, and different ways of making things look good overall. When you have different sizes and shapes, it's an uglier thing because some will look more dominant than others. But in this world of apps, where everybody's got app icons and such, the square, the circle, the rounded square, those logos are often coming out in those shapes. So hopefully this video helps you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye now.